Welcome to standard deduction versus itemizing. Now, some of the videos I shoot, you might say, that doesn't apply to me. Well, guess what? This applies to everybody. If you're an American, you've got to file a tax return. And you're going to ask yourself, at least once a year on a Sunday night after eating spaghetti dinner, should we itemize or should we take the standard deduction? So this is a video that you might be watching even years from now. And that one night when you're like, oh, should we do standard or itemizing? So anyway, that's what this is about, because if you're going to file a 1040 tax return, or you're helping clients or helping loved ones or business partners or anybody, if you're talking 1040, you're talking standard deduction versus itemizing. And we're going to hit it all right now. So let's look at our first slide here on the basic concept. I was pretty proud of this little slide because I think this visually explains what we're dealing with. So as you can see here, you got your 2 pages to the 1040. Now under the new Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, because Paul Ryan and the GOP said from the steps of the Congress, you're going to be able to file your tax return on a postcard. Well, whatever. The first page is about half a page, so they're trying to make it look like a postcard, but things, frankly, for business owners got more complicated. Some people that just have a W-2 and take the standard, I guess it will be simpler. So anyway, the adjusted gross income, that AGI that we all, for the last 30 years, was in the bottom right-hand corner of the 1040 first page, is now on the second page. So you can see I put it down about a third of the way, which is about where it falls. So this is a new visual representation of what the 1040 looks like. The AGI number is no longer in the bottom right-hand corner of the first page. It's about a third of the way down on the second page. So now here's how this works. Look at this. Adjusted gross income minus the standard deduction or the itemized deduction, whichever is greater. Then you take out the QBI deduction, which is that 20% of your business income if you're a business owner, and there's a separate form for that. There's your taxable income. It's really that easy. From AGI, you subtract one and two things, either one of the standard deduction or the itemized deduction, and then the QBI deduction if you're entitled to it, and then you have your taxable income, and you look at the tax tables and you find out what your tax is. So that's pretty straightforward, even though I was mocking Paul Ryan and the GOP for a moment. And I didn't mean to get political. I'm not I'm not going after Republicans or Democrats. All right. Now, the standard deduction is pretty straightforward. Guys, gals, what you want to do is take the bigger of the standard deduction or the itemizing. The itemizing is made up of Schedule A. The standard deduction in 2019 is really straightforward. $24,400 if you're married filing joint, $12,200 if you're single or married filing separate, and $18,350 if you're head of household. That, my friends, is the standard deduction. So what you want to do is take out a pad of paper, and it's really that easy, and start adding up your Schedule A. Even before you put it into the tax return software you might be using, simple or extreme, again, practitioner or yourself on a pad of paper. Just figure out, what is my Schedule A going to look like? And real quick, you're going to say, ooh, I'm not even close. I'll just take the standard.